Saying goodbye is never easy, but when it's a much-loved colleague and transformational CEO, it's even harder. Today, James Neish leaves GBC again after successfully delivering a raft of changes over the past 3 years.
I think I've joked, well, I have to stop leaving at some point or stop coming back. But sincerely, it's a bittersweet moment. It does feel like an end to a chapter, and it feels like it's ready to go on to the next one, whatever that may look like. But of course, plenty of great memories, and I write in the Chronicle and on a GBC opinion piece today, the corridors at both South Barrack and Broadcasting House here on Rosia Road just hold so many memories. But above all, people I've met throughout my career who are more than friends, they're like family. And so it's never easy to say goodbye, but it's time for something new.
His day began as Radio Gibraltar's morning hero.
Hello, is that Mr. James Neish?
It is. Good morning.
Followed by a staff breakfast with speeches and gifts.
We have 3 years at GBC.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing.
And of course, an appearance on Gibraltar Today, the live radio current affairs programme he introduced, with Jonathan Scott at its helm.
So we always report without bias, as accurate as we can. I wrote recently, we are human. We also make some mistakes. When we make mistakes, we acknowledge them. There are proper forums for people to raise concerns if they so wish. In fact, there have been a number of complaints that were raised over the last 3 years with the GRA. We won all of them.
In an opinion piece, James highlights the importance of proper funding for the public service broadcaster. He says the call for defunding, when there's something people don't like, is extremely dangerous. And he quotes the Public Media Alliance, which emphasises that public service media is crucial for a functioning democracy.
Thank you very much.
James is familiar with goodbyes. He joined GBC as a production trainee in the late 90s, but left in 2016 for pastures new. It wasn't long before he was back on air in the UK, bringing his vast experience back to GBC when he was appointed its CEO in October 2022. He came with an abundance of ambition, creativity, and was a fireball of energy.
I think when you look at what we've done together as a team, I think I look at those audience surveys and I look at the satisfaction ratings, which we have almost tripled in the 3 years since I joined, with our local vision about local originality, community, audiences and our live content. And that's what fills me with pride the most. But I think as I look back, there are just so many things that I think we've achieved together. When I proposed that we were going to launch Gibraltar Today, a visualized TV show on radio, some people said it's not going to work. When I said, let's pitch to broadcast the McGrail Inquiry, some people said, you're not going to achieve that. When we said, let's go big on election 2023, it's not doable. And yet, at every single point, we proved that it was.
Well, you always encourage us to ask the difficult questions, so I'm going to ask you one now. Bearing in mind everything that you've said, many of us are asking, why are you leaving? And please don't say end of contract, because we all know that those can be extended. Are you leaving too soon? We're on an upward trajectory here at GBC. It feels as though it's still too soon for you to go.
It's not a difficult question at all, and it's right that you ask it. In some sentences, it does feel like it's a little bit too early. I always said from the very beginning that I was here for 3 years. I'm very grateful to the board who did put an offer on the table, who did want to keep me. In the end, those negotiations just halted at some point, and it wasn't possible to agree a way forward. But that doesn't mean that it's not mutually agreed. It just doesn't mean that it's time for something new. I think one of the things that you heard me say in Jib Talks, for example, is always about always looking for a new opportunity. Sometimes I don't subscribe to the job for life scenario or mentality. I think that during my career, at GBC, I came back because I wanted to show that there was a different way of doing things. And I mentioned some of the highlights, like launching Gibraltar Today, which I'm extremely proud of. I helped launch Times Radio in the UK, was part of the launch team. I was part of the launch team of BBC Sounds and news bulletins for BBC News on Alexa. And I am hoping that I am going to be able to be part of something new in the not too distant future. But for now, it's time for a breakfast.
James took up the post as CEO with a very clear vision to raise the standard of broadcasting and to put the audience at the heart of everything GBC does. And he did. Now the corporation enters a new chapter as the journey begins to find a new CEO, knowing they'll have big shoes to fill. But what next for James?
Roz, first I say it's a holiday. Second, I am not quite sure yet. I have an idea, but let me tell you this. I am within kissing distance of the next opportunity.
Sounds exciting, but last question. Will we or may we see James Neish back at GBC at some point in the future in some capacity? Would you like to come back?
The door remains open. I'm a big fan of GBC. I say I have people who feel like family here. And I am a broadcaster at the end of the day. I would love to come back and do a program if the opportunity arises in the future. I am always available to come and help. I am more than delighted to answer phone from all my colleagues, emails. I am available to help at every opportunity and whenever GBC needs me.
James, we'll miss you hugely. All the best of luck.
It's been a huge pleasure. Thank you.